Is it somebody right on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do a tarot reading on Cardi B because it's been a while since I've done a reading on her and Stefan Diggs. The last time I did a reading on her and Stefan Diggs was when they was last seen together, and I got to that like a week and a half late. But that was when her and Stefan Diggs was seen leaving the hotel after the don't think it was the Met Gala. I think it was the Grammys. And then since then, it's kind of been up in the air. And from that reading that I had gotten was the fact that she was done with Stefan Diggs. So she wasn't trying to get another offset. However, just recently, over the weekend, she was seen getting into an altercation with Stefan Diggs. Sorry, allergies. She was seen outside of a restaurant getting into an altercation with Stefan Diggs, and it was here in Maryland. And because of that, I just want to pull some cards to figure out what is going on with Cardi B and why has she gone back to Stefan Diggs. Now, I did question. Now, I'm not surprised to bring you guys up to speed because when I did a reading on just Stefan Diggs alone, after he got his win, when he was found not guilty with his personal chef, which she hasn't let that go yet. She is still out here talking about Stefan Diggs even after the court case. However, when I did that reading, when he did that win, I was like, is this when his life is going to go back on the up? Was this just something he needed to secure in the bag and now his future is going to start unfolding in that kind of way? And would that be the reason that Cardi B would finally be saying, okay, I'm willing to get back together with you? Well, in that reading, I picked up that she was... It wasn't like she had fully left him, but it was the sense of I had gotten the feeling that she was just waiting. She was just waiting to see if Stefan was really who he truly was. And maybe that was her little thing that she needed to go back in. That's why we're here today doing another reading on her, because it's like, how have we ended up here that you're getting into a altercation with Stefan Diggs? So because of that, before I get into that, let's talk about his personal chef who is still out here talking about him. First, she was allegedly his girlfriend for 4 years. She was dating Stefan Diggs for 4 years, apparently. And even though they were like dating for that long, I'm not sure she was like on the DL, but it was like, it had to be on the DL. It was like dating your coworker, basically, or your boss. She was dating her boss. And so because of that, you mix pleasure with work. And this is what's happened. This has led to a legal case. But she didn't let that go. She's like, that's okay. Just because you got off on that, I'm going to expose the fact that you are abusive, that you are somebody that it will put your hands, paws on a woman. And she's like, you don't have to believe me. I know out there Cardi B understands, because the way he treats me is how I know he treated you, Cardi. And lo and behold, a few days later, what do we see? A video of Cardi B and Stefan Diggs getting into an altercation. So it sounded like the chef was actually right, guys. So anyway, besides that, let's just pull some cards to see what is going on with Cardi B. And why does she go back to Stefan Diggs? Okay. The Page of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. The Sun. What? The Chariot. Wow, this is quite interesting. Okay, I'm bringing back the oldies but the goodies. It's the Letterman and the Kipper mixed together. But I just want to see some outside influences. What are the things that draw Cardi B to Stefan? Now that I see what the cards are saying that Cardi is going through when it comes to her and Stefan Diggs, I now want to see what is going on around her and what it is about Stefan that draws her to him. Hot tamales today. We have the polar bear. Bad health. I wondered that a long time ago. Well, that'll be a surprise. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but I didn't. So first and foremost, the card that comes out for Cardi B is the Page of Wands. And right now, first off, you see a beautiful sunflower. I hope you guys can see it is around his neck as a necklace. So therefore, because of that, it's more towards hanging like right here near the heart chakra. So because right now Cardi B is in a... When it comes to Stefan Diggs, the best thing I can say is he makes her feel childish, like a kid again. That's basically what I get, and it's something about him that keeps that livens her and brightens her up. Now it could be the fact that she was during a transitional phase in her life when they had met. That's what this Four of Wands represents, going from one phase to another. They both could have been going through those stages and phases together, but it was a great time. That we know, like they say, when it was good, it was good. And we see when it's bad, especially once it starts getting to the cameras and we seeing you guys publicly have this altercation and it was behind closed doors. So because of that, we see a transition from when it used to be good, when it used to be great, when it used to be joyous and fun and celebratory. They was going through, it was like they found each other at a happy moment and a happy time and in a happy place, and they both got a side of each other that maybe others couldn't have gotten because of where they had met each other, where they were during their phases in their lives. So that's exactly why here, when it comes to Stefan Diggs, she feels a bit more youthful, more childish, more playful, more feisty, even a go-getter, just everything that comes with fire, creativity, love, passionate, everything. He brought that back alive in her, and because it's the page, it's like the beginning stages of something growing, if you think about it, because the page has to grow and mature into a queen or king. So right now it's like a child or an adolescent. So that's the energy that she has when she's with Stefan Diggs. And we see here at the very bottom that this could have been something that she's been waiting for with the Seven of Pentacles, thinking that she was never going to have somebody that she was going to be able to let her guard down, to be herself, not childish, but have that like inner child healed, if that makes sense. And this Sun card symbolizes that she has now had a spotlight, a realization, aha moment, that whatever going on in Stefan Diggs' life isn't good for her, no matter how much she's been waiting for this kind of love, this kind of energy, this kind of attention. It's not working out for her in the way she wants it to, and that clarity, that realization is bringing us to the future, which is the Chariot, which is looking back at when you're trying to run away from your past, but you find yourself back at square one because you either keep looking back, keep going to the same environment that's going to keep exposing you to this, or it could just be the fact that you're so busy trying to outrun your past, outrun the lovers, try to outrun the problems that you get in your relationships, that you don't take the time to actually do the work and do the processing to figure out what it is, so that way you can change a tune, take a different path, and you can finally outgrow and evolve from the chariot that keeps pulling you back, keeps having you, once you think you're 10 steps ahead, you like fall 50 steps behind, and you're like, how did I fall so far after I made so much progress? It's not doing that inner healing, inner child work. But with Stephon Diggs, it was something that she was, I don't want to say able to bypass, because she was able to bypass in the sense of she was able to let her guard down, but also at the same time, by letting her guard down, because she was almost eager for the kind of vibes and energy that Stephon Diggs brought to her life, that once it was like finally gone, and once she saw a glimpse of the beauty of what Stephon Diggs was, seeing that he finally won one out of many cases he's accused of, so that was like a positive win in her face, in her view. So it was like, why not go back, see if he really is the same, or get some sort of clarity within inside of yourself. And she has gotten that clarity. But here are the things that has drawn her to Stephon Diggs, just out of curiosity. We have the polar bear, which is quite interesting, because usually a polar bear is somebody who is defensive over the things that they love. And I really have that question about Stephon Diggs, because he, from the outside, and the way he maneuvers and has like 20,000 baby mamas, I'm joking, but in seriousness, with that many babies within that many span of months, it's a little bit concerning. So I can't see how he could be defensive and protective over the things he loved, but maybe that could be a bit more, he's territorial, and she likes that territorialness, that possessiveness, that you're mine and only mine kind of inner vibe, because it makes her feel desired, make her feel wanted, make her feel pursued, instead of her doing the pursuing. So because of that, and we see here the bad health. Now, I'm not sure if he was going through they both were going through bad health, not literally, but metaphorically bad health, as in bad energy. They both were, as this Four of Wands was saying, going through something that she was able to relate and identify with. And so because of that, it was something that she was willing to invest in, willing to put her love, time, and energy and effort into. So because of that, even though it was like he was down, she was down, it's like we're both down, so we're going to be down together and build up together. And we see the star, the hope that she still has in this future, but she's now seeking more of an internal guidance within inside of herself to really figure out, is this worth it? Should I keep going and moving forward with Stephon Diggs? Or am I going to be able to see the red enough flags that I've already seen and not stop and not try to keep making excuses for his behavior and things like that? Because we see here the clock, which is all about time. And it's only in time that she's going to be able to fully commit to this decision. Because when you're trying to get rid of old habits and outgrow and make changes to your life, so you don't keep reverting back to the chariot, so that way you don't always keep falling down once you finally get back on your feet. It's going to take time. It's going to take some inner guidance, some inner work. That Page of Wands energy to nurture the Page of Wands herself, the Sun card, instead of searching for it outside of herself, search for it within side of herself. But that will take in due time. But the Seven of Pentacles also symbolizes the fact that this waiting feels it's like waiting for the right one. It was just like, I got a taste of it. I finally got to see what I'm wanting is capable of wanting me, but it's not right. It hasn't fully gotten to where I'm happy, where I'm pleased, where I'm satisfied, but he's good enough but he isn't enough. So that's why she was willing to dip her toes back in the water, as they say. So let's figure out what this card represents. A wealthy man. I wonder what that means with zero context. No. Let's see. And I'm just going to pick a card right here at the very top for an outcome. You can't make this up. The wealthy man is the magician. And who is the magician? She could be the magician. She could be the magician that's going to materialize herself a wealthy man. And not just a wealthy man on the physical sense where he got money. Of course, she wants that. Somebody that can buy her things. Of course, she wants that. And she could do it for herself, but she just likes that spoils of riches. But no, that's not what she's going to. Yes, she's going to try to manifest that, but she's going to try to manifest more wealth and riches, as in the sense of he's wealthy in love, wealthy in time, wealthy in energy, wealthy in attentiveness, everything that she is looking for. It's like he's the gentleman. She's like the princess and he's the prince. That's what she's waiting for. Mr. Right. The wealthy man, the rich man, the man that is her dream, her ka-ching, ka-ching. I hit the jackpot, 777, lotto winning kind of thing. She's looking for that kind of wealthy man, the wealthy man of her dreams, what she visualizes, what she is trying to manifest and create. She's almost there with the Seven of Pentacles. Like I said, she got a taste of it when she was with Stephon Diggs, where she was with that page of, when she was at that Page of Wands, where she was able to be a bit more creative, a bit more fun, a bit more free, a bit more wild, a little bit more unpredictable, be a bit more active instead of, she is like he finally brought the spark back into her life again that she was missing, but she has to realize that she's the sun, that she can create that spark within inside of herself, that only she can fulfill that hole, that void. But it was a great time. It ran its course. Like they say, some people are only your time for a season and period. And it seems like Stephon Diggs was that. And she's trying to get herself untangled from him. Because when you're trying to get Mr. Right, especially when you're manifesting, taking energy, maybe she could not taking energy, but putting your energy into thinking, brainstorming, visualizing. She could be doing like magic spells, I don't know, but she could be really trying to do everything to get what she wants and is looking for, because she's, like I said, finally has gotten a taste of what she is. She knows it's out there now. Now she's just got to get all of it. And it seems like Stephon Diggs is not that. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Cardi B and why she has gone back to Stephon Diggs. And it doesn't seem like she's going to stay with Stephon Diggs. But if she does, she just fell down and the chariot happened, because it's also something about him that is why she's drawn to him. It's what she's used to. It's what she's comfortable to. But he's slightly different. It's like, yes, you're not what I'm used to, but you got like a little bit of taste. You're refined, So because you're more refined version of what I like, you must be it. So because of that, that's how she's feeling. So it's like that tug of war. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Cardi B. I sure did. Please leave your comments down below. How do you feel about the whole fighting incident between Cardi B and Stephon Diggs? And do you think that Cardi B should just let Stephon Diggs go and just be a single woman and just work on herself, figure out herself, and figure out what kind of man she wants, and maybe stop dating these thug ninjas, as people say? But hey, that's what Cardi B likes, and if that's what she likes, well, I don't want to say that's the level and energy and vibration that she's on, but how she presents and maneuvers herself. If she wants this, she's going to have to change up how she presents herself. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. That's why I said it has to be for her. If she wants a legitimate, like, that she has, we haven't seen her with suit, tie, tux, slick back, probably good smelling cologne, but like high-end special good in cologne that like when you smell it, you'd be like, man, you smell like money. Oh, money even. She's looking for that. She's gonna have to change up her presentation, but maybe that isn't what she's looking for because it makes her feel a certain type of way. That's why she has to manifest a man that she works for her and that's for her. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I just saw a B. If that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and leave your comments down below. How did you feel about all this? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Become a sunflower and spread those beautiful sunflower seeds all over this earth because God knows we desperately need it during this time and season on the earth. Spread sunflowers like the sun. Spread light, positivity. Spread inner love for yourself. Self-love, self-care. Being selfish in a non-selfish way. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But you know what I say before I go? Hype us up. Subscribe to us. And don't forget to thumb us up. Hey, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Sunflowers.